kind of subject matter here. Quote, we got Gary Carter because we had Dwight Gooden, Mel Stoudemire, New York Mets pitching coach. Quote, the first season of the battery between Gooden and Carter was in '85. 20 years old at the time, Dwight Gooden wins the Cy Young. He finished 24-4, 1.53 ERA, 69 walks, 16 complete games, 8 shutouts, 276 innings pitched, 198 hits, .965 whip. Wow. Here's a question I always think to myself. You know, if drugs did not decimate the middle 80s Mets, most notably Gooden and Strawberry, would that team have the potential to be one of the greatest baseball dynasties in baseball history? I don't know. It's possibly, but it could also be a stretch on the other hand. Let's say they didn't fall into drugs. A good chunk of the core was, I know coming towards the end of, their prime. Carter, Hernandez, Knight, Foster. And Carter and Hernandez were as big to that team as Stroh and Doc were, I think. Pitching staff and relief corps would be great. If they don't trade Myers like they did. They had some bad picks in Elster and Jeffries. I think there could have been maybe 2 World Series in 4 tries or so, which in baseball is phenomenal. But the veterans weren't going to last much longer, and their drafting was bad. So, would it have been a dynasty? Up for the debate. Now, the team culture too might have been a mess. From all indications that back end of the careers after '86, the team had no idea. The team, I don't think, had no idea really how good Kevin Mitchell would really be, and they also traded Lenny Dykstra, who turned out to be better than Juan Samuel. Though Dykstra also was injury plagued, he only had 2 seasons after the Mets where he played 100 games, I believe. You had elite pitching, though. And so that's why I keep on going back to this question to myself in my head. You had Sid Fernandez, you had Gooden, Darling, Ojeda, and then David Cone. And that's not even factoring, in the pickup of a Frank Viola later on, giving the staff 2 young Cy Young winners. To get Viola, they traded Ricky Aguilera, who became a superb closer. They also had Roger McDowell and Randy Myers in the same bullpen. Yeah, just a lot of questions go back and forth. But, I look at Gooden again, and it was... Let me ask you this question. Was Gooden's 1985 better than Gibson's 1968? Maybe ERA and whip not quite as good, but record 24-4 much better and higher WAR. Mets were in a close race. In September, Gooden was 3-0 with ERA of 0.00. He threw 2 9-inning games. No runs, no decision. That case is arguable too, up for the debate. But I would have taken, record and wins. I hope all is well I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.